Okay, I just wanted to talk a little bit about The Walking Dead because I feel it needs to be done. It was a very big part of my television watching this past 16 weeks. Wow, that's like almost pretty much 4 months exactly. I wanted to talk about first a little bit in the finale and then kind of season 6 overall in relation to that. Obviously, spoilers. Of course, you're going to go to a season 6 Walking Dead discussion and expect not to get spoilers. I don't know. Okay, the finale. Okay, I understand the complaints completely. I understand that people are annoyed with the ending. I am annoyed with the ending as well. At the same time, I don't think it should take away from the... if you just look at the episode objectively, at least give it that. The episode overall, I thought was masterfully done. One of the best they've ever done. You know, it accomplished everything it set out to do. That's to build tension and make you just feel uncomfortable, like, and at the same time you can't stop watching, kind of thing. You see a really incredible progression just in characters in that episode alone. Sorry, I forget who plays. Okay, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. That's the one I was thinking of. Okay, Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Andrew Lincoln stole this episode for me. That's Negan and Rick. Like, brilliant acting, honestly. Rick, in the beginning, he sold the confidence so well. Like he always does, where he's like, I was going to ask for all of your stuff, except I was thinking I don't need to kill any of you. Any more of you. And he had that was an awesome scene. He had a couple awesome scenes where he expressed his confidence like that in the beginning, and then amazing contrast when you look at the ending scene with Negan and just pure terror when Negan even says it, and it's pretty much the truth. He said, I forget the exact line, but he said something like, doesn't that make you feel like crap when you realize you don't know shit, kind of thing. And yeah, you could just see pure terror in his eyes, and you could see the disappointment, like, wow, I messed up, there's nothing I can do. Literally, like, I'm responsible for this almost. I can't believe this happened to us. Never in a million years did I think our dream team would be in this position. And there's going to be someone killed completely out of our control. We're all here, and we just have to deal with it. That's awful. Just thinking about having to go through what they went through, that's terrifying, and that's what makes it an amazing scene. They all played it really well, but those two characters in particular, Negan's perfect Negan. I do not read the comics, don't intend to, at least until after the show's over, because it's no fun. Like, whenever I watch people, like people's reactions that have read the comics, they're like, oh, I wonder if they're gonna kill this guy like they did in the comics, or oh yeah, he's gonna die. He died in the comics. That's from the comics. It's all about the comics and what's gonna change and whatnot. I'd just rather look at it as its own thing. Don't even comics. Unfortunately, I think I know who died in the comics in the last scene. But yeah, why everyone's mad is that they cut it off the cliffhanger, which was an awful move. Awful move because I get it. They want people to be hyped up and watch the next season. People are gonna have their theories. Who would they kill? Who did Negan kill in the end? Share it with your friends and all that. I get they want that, but honestly, people are gonna find it out before it even airs. You're really gonna make us wait till October. That's my first problem. People are gonna find out somehow. Something's gonna leak, or people will just be able to find it out. Unless maybe it's just the same as the comics anyway, and we already know if you know about the comics outcome. But another annoying part that a lot of people bring up, and it's a very valid point, it's such a stupid move on the writer's part, is because you have all this build up all this tension the whole episode. Beautifully done. But they went and spoiled the whole experience for people right at the end there. People end up mad at the writers, not because you killed their favorite character, but because you didn't let them see them kill their favorite character. I don't understand how you cannot understand that was how people were going to react. You can't build up all that tension and then not have any sort of closure, just kind of left off. I can't see how they're possibly going to be able to kick off next season and just go right into that and kill someone and have anywhere near the same effect. I think it's awful. What's even more awful is that maybe the next season they won't even cut back into that scene. It'll be somewhere, it'll be with Morgan and Carol or something, and then we'll have to weirdly wait for it anyway. I don't know what they're going to do to make that a natural progression, because it was so artificially cut off at the worst moment. You can't treat your viewers as just solely consumers. Yeah, they're consumers, but they're not mindless. Like, they know when dick moves are pulled on them. This was a dick move, and some people just don't stand for it. I think people would much rather have seen Daryl, Glenn, whoever it is, whoever it ends up being. Those are the two I hear a lot as like the prime suspects. I think people would have rather seen that and gotten some closure, had all that time to mull it over, instead of just starting off the next season. Glenn's dead, Daryl's dead, Sasha's dead, Abraham's dead. It's just incredibly frustrating because I've heard a lot of criticisms throughout the season, which I think are just stupid criticisms. And they've pulled little stunts here and there, like the whole ending an episode with Daryl getting shot in the shoulder, just to get people excited at the end of an episode to see what happens next. And then they just kind of, he's alive, you know. The whole Glenn near-death scenario, slides into the dumpster. There's all these kind of little stunts they pull to gain more attention, but at the same time, they've held the integrity of the showdown. But this last stunt, I've been defending The Walking Dead through a lot of these points, but this last stunt, I can't defend this. This is purely marketing ploy, and it's just really becomes a point you got to care about your consumer. They deserve, after all this, the season been building up to this. They've been hyping up the whole Negan thing the whole time, and then they throw it in the last 10 minutes, and it's an amazing 10 minutes. Beautiful tension, and very well done by Jeffrey Dean Morgan again. Really just terrifying and at the same time comedic villain, but you're just going to throw it all away like that. People are just going to discount the entire finale, all the great work you did in the finale, because you pulled such a dick move. That's what this is. You're gonna make them wait just so you get them to watch the next season. That's literally what it is. We gotta keep those ratings going, boys. I know we hyped up this character and everything, and the scene people have been waiting for all this time, but we're not even gonna let you see who got picked at the end. The scene would have been a lot more well received, a lot more interesting if you saw the character that he picked in the end. Just a missed opportunity. I can imagine the reactions if it was Glenn, if it was Daryl. People would have been bawling their eyes out, just horrified. That would have been an amazing reaction for the scene that we were given. But you didn't get that. Instead, you get anger, not at the character, but at the writers. So, what were you thinking? How did you think people would react? Having the most annoying cliffhanger in television history, right there. But yeah, other than that, ironically, I think season 6 was my favorite season of The Walking Dead so far, from what I can remember. I don't think any season has made me had me this engaged throughout the whole time. Even when there were slow episodes, I was really interested in what was happening. There was really interesting character development for Morgan, Carol. People got really annoyed with the Carol character arc, but I think it's fine. I think I always like to see it as how the character progresses in the story is how the character just happens to progress. You can't say, no, she wouldn't react this way because you haven't seen that character in that situation in real life or anything, so you don't have anything to base it on. If her mindset is going to be to regress back into not killing like she did, after defending it so vehemently against Morgan that you need to kill, I think that's a really interesting dynamic, her and Morgan. And it's interesting to see how, from the beginning, if you look at the beginning of the season to the end of the season, it's amazing to see how different it is, what position they're in. Because it was all based on them, on Alexandria from the beginning of the season. And then you got the little nuances of the characters within the town. It was focused on the inner stories between, that's when you had the Ron, Enid, Carl drama going on. Rick was with Jesse and all that going on. Also, this is Morgan's push into a new season. Almost forgot to mention that. This is where Morgan, it seems so long ago now, but Morgan came in the finale, essentially came back finale last season, and now he's such an integral part of the story. People were annoyed with Morgan, but I love him too. But yeah, like I was saying, it was all focused on Alexandria, but then you see at the end, right when you get to the New World episode, where you see Jesus, who is an awesome character. I hope we get to see a lot more of him, which I'm guessing we will. You get to see Jesus, and you're introduced to Hilltop. That's the first step. And then, boom, you're hit with Negan, the Saviors. The episode is amazing, the one where they're killing them in their sleep. Rick's group, and it's just amazing to see how hesitant it's you can go through all this stuff that they've gone through, and still you're gonna be hesitant. That was such a human reaction. They're all hesitant, even Rick, to kill someone in their sleep, because that's just crazy to even think of. They never thought they would be where they're at. It's just amazing to see Rick. If you look back to season 1 and see where he's at now, he would be terrified of himself if he saw what he's become. But we understand what he's become because of everything he's gone through. It's justified in our eyes. And then, the last season, just in the last 10 minutes, suddenly, the world did not just get a whole lot bigger, like Jesus said, but suddenly it's out of Rick's control, it's out of their group's control. Suddenly they're at the mercy of this tyrannical monster, it seems. And it's going to be crazy to see where it goes from here, because I don't know anything that happens in the comics. I don't know how far they are in the comics either. I know this was issue number 100, is where Negan was introduced. But I don't know how many issues there are. But I am very interested to see where it goes. Are they literally just going to be slaves to Negan now? I can't see how they're going to get out of this. Are they going to be able to coordinate with Hilltop? And I know there's another group. That's one thing I do know. There's the other group. You saw the guys with the armor and the horses go where Morgan and Carol were. Morgan had one of their horses. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, because it seems they're a group of good guys, it seems. So they're going to band together with Hilltop and Alexandria to get something done? I don't know. But if they haven't gotten anything done so far, it's for the first time ever, it's a hopeless scenario, because even we almost have Rick's mindset in that we've been through so much. Like he was talking to Maggie in that RV in the episode. Look, we can do anything when we're together. Our group, we can get anything done. I'm just really interested to see how it plays out, how Alexandria reacts when they come back, and one of them is dead. They have to say how they're brutally murdered by this man. No, we're slaves to him. All this. Who even knows? They might already be at Alexandria doing their own thing to them. I don't know. I'm just so interested. Really annoying we have to wait till October. It's like we have Fear the Walking Dead, but come on. I want to see this Negan storyline. And how long will Negan be around? Wow. Okay. Thank you for watching. I love you. And I love The Walking Dead. My favorite season, despite how they really screwed it up. Really screwed it up at the end. Just the whole perception of the season is going to be forever tainted by the stupid cliffhanger. Now everyone despised it. I don't see anyone who supports the cliffhanger. Like, oh, that was a respectable move. No, unacceptable. Get that out of my house.
Follow me on Twitter